Hey guys, so I wanted to just kind of tell you what I did recently. Some people might think this is a little bit crazy, but what I did was I bought us a new house and I didn't tell anyone. Yes, I really did do that. Um, Going back a little bit, um, we were living in a house where my three little boys, they had no place to run. Um, there was no backyard. There was no sidewalks, just because of how the development was set up. There was a backyard, but there was no fence around it, and a lot of the neighbors actually had really big dogs, and I'm really afraid of dogs, and I just don't trust dogs not on a leash around my kids, especially. So I just didn't think it was safe. And we lived there for uh, a, a good 10 years. And then when I had my first son, I kept saying to myself, like, we really need to leave here. And we just kept trying and trying to, figure out ways how to purchase our first home. And it just didn't seem like it was working out. Like, it wasn't moving fast enough until one day I said, you know what? This is enough. When my 6-year old said that he wanted to be able to go outside and play, he wanted to make friends in the neighborhood, he wanted to be able to ride a bike. That's when I just said, you know what, I'm going to do what I need to do in order to get my family into a new home. So I pretty much bust my tail. For those who don't know, I own a handmade party decoration business, and it takes a lot of work. And I've been doing it for a few years. And like when my son said that, he was ready to move so that he can actually have a home and not just live in this place that, we're renting. I made it my goal to make that happen and to make it happen soon. So I went and I just said, you know what, I'm going to just keep working harder. If I have to stay up all night, which I did many of nights, um, I missed out on some family functions because I needed to work. I needed to make sure that I was able to save up enough money so that I can, one, put down for a down payment, and two, to have money saved up so we can actually pay our mortgage. And again, like, I just really just focused, and I really just prayed a lot. Like, I did everything that I could possibly do in order to get to this point of where we actually purchased our very first home. And not only did we purchase our very first home, we purchased a new construction home, which I always dreamed of, and it's pretty much our dream home. Like we really don't have plans to move anytime soon from this house. It pretty much has everything that we need. First, being a backyard that's fenced in for our kids. Like, that was so important to us. That was the main thing that I focused on. We've only been here for 5 months, and the very first thing that that I've done was have someone come install the fence. It's been cold outside, so our kids really haven't had the chance to go outside and play. I mean, we went out there for a little bit, but just the fact that we actually have that now, it's I feel so blessed. So, as far as the house being a surprise, I didn't want to tell anyone because you know how things go when you want something so bad and you work so hard, you think you're going to get it, and then it just doesn't work out. I didn't want to do that, to my family and to my kids, because they were really, like, depending on this. Like, it would really hurt them if we almost got there but didn't, and I really didn't want to do that. So, kept it a secret. I went and I applied for a mortgage, ended up getting a mortgage, and I ended up getting the mortgage. And let's just say the mortgage company that we work with for the first mortgage company that we work with was not the best. So any advice I can give to someone is, don't go with the first mortgage company that offers you a mortgage. Make sure you shop around, because the first one kind of messed us up a little bit, and that'll be another video that I'll tell you later about. So moving forward, got the mortgage, and I went and to pick out all of the house, the flooring, the cabinet color, the amount of rooms. I mean, everything. I mean, that was so exciting to do that. And to be honest, I didn't really think it was going to happen, but as my grandmother always has always told me and still tells me till this day, just keep the faith. And that's what I had to do. I had to do that. And I had to keep praying and asking God for, give me the strength to do this, because this is hard. When you've been trying for years and it's just not going the way that you want it or the way that you planned, you get a little discouraged, and I was. But again, like, I'm so excited. Again, I keep saying I'm blessed because it was a lot of hard work, and, God gave me the strength to keep moving forward, and looking at my kids and knowing that I'm really doing this for them. That was pretty much all the motivation that I needed. So fast forward, picked out all the stuff for the house, and, one day I got a call, and the builder said, Q, we're going to break ground. You guys don't understand how excited I was to hear those words, that they're actually going to break ground on our very first home. And I was actually on a field trip with my 6-year-old son when I got the phone call. And you guys do not know how hard it was to actually keep that a secret from him. I mean, he even asked, Mommy, who was that? And I had to say, it was someone for Mommy's business. It was a business call. So I had to lie to my child, which I don't like to do. But anyway, so they said they were going to break ground. And me being super excited, the next day, I drove 45 minutes down to where they were building our house, because we lived that far away from where we were building our new home. I drove down there to be there when they broke ground on our house, and I literally could have cried. But I'll show you guys a video clip of my reaction to them actually breaking ground, which is pretty much them just putting a hole in the ground. I got that excited over them putting a hole in the ground. But if you guys knew how much of hard work I had to put into them to even do that, you guys will understand. It's breaking ground day. Here's the hole. They're breaking ground up. But just so we can see, this is where our driveway is going to be. And this is their home. Oh my goodness. So, some little advice is, like, whatever you're doing, if you are motivated enough to get what you want, then keep pushing forward, keep praying, and don't give up. And it will come to you. And like I said, it took years for us to buy our very first home. And, it was worth it. I almost feel like it was God testing me to see, like, do you really believe that you can actually have this? And he tested me all right. But, I'm glad that I held on. But again, I, pray for you guys, that you guys get what you want. And like I said, just stay focused, and you're going to get it too. All right, take care, and thank you for watching.